Well, I think it's a great question, but it's kind of dangerous in terms of if you define a sort of manual of how to be innovative, you won't be. So I think the first step is to define which are the main questions to go there. Do we want to be innovative? Why? Who is going to be part of it? So in that term, we can sort of build a, and this is something that usually doesn't happen because as far as we see, innovation is a top-down structure, and I think maybe we can make use of the social networking structures to work in this innovative perspective, but also to make it integrative. Right, well, you know that Wikipedia, for example, has been a very how to say, conflictive structure in terms of how Wikipedia is building knowledge, and in comparison with the traditional way that the scholars and academic and the universities are building the structure. The knowledge is, a lot of people disagree with that. But I think the interesting thing of Wikipedia is the architecture that they propose. It's a sort of digital democracy. So I think if we're smart enough, we can take advantage of it. We can take advantage of the open source structures and move this stuff outside of the internet and in the society. So I don't know anything about flies, but I know about Web 2.0. So I can contribute in that framework. So if we take the expertise of the people and the things that they are good on it, I think we can make society as a big lab, as this idea of living labs with different laboratories in Europe. They share their different subjects that they were studying or researching, and they take advantage of the open knowledge, as I was saying, the open source as open structure. I think we can get an integrative approach. And nowadays, we were discussing about what the Europeans are doing nowadays, but finally this is a branch of public officers designing the future policies. So the rest of the people, for example the youth, they say this is the policies of the public officers, not my strategy to the future. So I think now we have technologies and new channels that allow us to go further in that way. Well, that's a good point. There's a sort of myth around Wikipedia because the structure is really attractive. But at the same time, if you analyze the amount of people who is really writing contents in Wikipedia, it's a very small group of people. It's highly restrictive. But anyway, it's more inclusive than the Britannic Encyclopedia at the same time. So I know it's not a good exercise, but if we think in the future, we can consider the past. How we build the knowledge of the Greek times. We take some of the Socrates books, but at the same time we take the tiny pieces of the blast culture that we built. Some of those pieces don't belong to the smartest guys in that time. So it's an integration which is not that easy to define. How is the balance between the very formal and the academic knowledge and the rest of the knowledge, which is exactly as important as the other one. So I think nowadays we have super powerful technologies, but we don't know really well how to use them in a proper way. So maybe working these mindware abilities would help us to answer the question that you are asking me now.